So I'm Joe Hunter, and I'm the chef at Pizza Brain. We started about a little over a year ago in September, and have been here ever since. Grown a lot since we were first opened. We have about 20 employees. Started with about 8. It all started back when I had an idea to open a pizza shop, and I was thinking about how that would come to reality. I was doing social work at the time, and I called a friend that I knew ran a business and asked him to help me, and he said, "Hey, why don't you just call Brian Dwyer? That guy loves pizza." And so I gave Brian a call, and Brian had said that he had a dream about 3 weeks before about a restaurant with like arcade games and stuff like that in it that served pizza. And so I gave him a buzz, and we got together, and he said, "Joe, I don't know anything about pizza making or restaurants, but I love pizza culture," and he showed me his Fat Boys records, some of his Archie comics, all featuring pizza. And I didn't know how that would be an asset, but I just said something told me to say yes, and that we should get together and do something. After that, it took us about 2 months, and we had 2 more partners that were obligated to building the aesthetics of the restaurant and to performing the business tasks of the restaurant, as well as doing some funding for it. We all met through the context of our faith community, Circle of Hope, which is a network of 4 congregations here in Philadelphia. And yeah, it's been a fun ride so far. I grew up in a cooking home in Hilton Head, South Carolina. That kind of enabled me to be able to work. In high school, having high school jobs, I just kind of knew my way around the kitchen, so I ended up working in kitchens throughout high school and college. When I was done with college and I was making music, I supplemented my income by making pizza at a pizza shop that was started by two young guys that were brothers from Marion, the D'Alessandro brothers. So I worked there for 3 years and got my pizza skills refined and made music all the same. And I moved up to Pennsylvania. And when I got here, I started doing pizza parties while I was doing my social work job that I had gotten when I first got here, working for Pathways to Housing. During that time, I would try to get people together and kind of be in small what Pizza Brain would eventually be in large, which is kind of bringing people together. I would try to get people from different faith communities or social groups and get them together and to have dialogue over pizza and have creative kind of spins on it with doing pizzas that have never been tried before or seldom tried, or maybe having a musical component or visual component to these get-togethers. That's kind of what started the whole thing. And it was just a hobby at first, but people kept telling me, you should do this, you should pursue this. And even though I was pretty much felt like my foot was out the door with food and beverage, I thought if I found the right people, I would go back, and I would do it this time, but with a really positive group and with a positive kind of vision and goals that we would have together. So I believe that we found that at Pizza Brain. It's a family restaurant, and we work really hard to make it a positive place for people to come to. I got involved with Cookin with Who. My friend Beth Miner from Aubrey Arboretum, who's also part of the same church as I am, a Circle of Hope. She reached out to me and said, "Hey, we're doing this event. Would you be down to do it?" And I said, "It sounds awesome. I'd love to." And the dish is a spicy New Orleans style gumbo that my mom taught me growing up. It's got andouille sausage and okra, all the fixins, and I think it's that dish is very kind of representative of what I grew up. A lot of one-pot dishes, a lot of communal, dishes that's kind of what my family did growing up. It was just a lot of clam sauces, a lot of chilies, gumbos, low country boils. I'm from South Carolina originally, so it's a very one-pot dishes are kind of historically a big thing around there. So I think you're gonna love it, and I think you should vote for me.